lot that goes into a shoe.
A shoe is very different from anything else I have worked on.
I think when people go into designing shoes, they get excited because they've had them for all their lives.
The foot is kind of it's a very interesting shape, and it moves in a very unique kind of way. And so to build something for that shape has been a very, very interesting challenge.
Everything is very condensed in one small object.
Footwear does provide a lot of creative restrictions, but it also can open the door to a lot of creative opportunities.
Putting us into groups really kind of, I think, changes the dynamic of everything.
I think we have a group with a lot of big egos, and that has been an amazing challenge to work with as well.
Just learning how to work together, I think, has been a very eye-opening experience.
Sometimes you have to give up your pride as a designer, sort of.
There's been struggles, but there always are in group works.
In this case, you have people that, most of them come from the school, but you have them from different disciplines. Sometimes they don't even know each other.
Our team is from so many different countries that I feel like I'm almost on an excursion somewhere else.
We both have girls from accessories, industrial, fashion and textiles on our team.
Coming from different design backgrounds, you start to see people's skill sets. Some people are better with their hands, some people are better at thinking, some people are really good at sketching.
It's very good to work with people who know other stuff than yourself.
I think that it's kind of amazing to see how people work really differently.
It's actually kind of more humbling to know that, someone's better at this than I am, and I'm actually good at this.
I think I really more an aesthetic-focused designer, and a lot of people in there are focused on function and comfort.
Yeah, communication, I think, is
the key.
The biggest thing.
It's been a very pleasant and comfortable teamwork.
True collaboration is really working together on multiple levels.
Yeah, we all wear many hats.
I actually think this is the best team I've ever worked on. I keep telling them, this is the most cohesive team I've ever been a part of.
We have a shoe each, so that means that we have 6 shoes.
We just had just compiled a bunch of images. For the most part, I kind of just dumped them, and then we would print them out, and we would kind of go through them. Do we feel like this works? Do we feel like that works?
I'm in charge of the coloring book. He's in charge of the presentation.
I think we've done a good job. We've come to disagreements at times, but we've done a good job of not hanging on them and just flipping a coin or making a vote and just keep it moving.
I think it's been a great learning experience for them.
We learn a lot from each other.
So we have 2 color material designers, and we've divided them. So 3 of the footwear designers partners with one of them.
We usually just get the line art, we get the sketches, and it's our job to translate the footwear designer's initial thoughts into a real shoe.
The CM, the color material portion of the class, is the second year we've done it, and it's by far, to me, the part that brings everything together.
Color and material can really make or break a shoe.
Color gives it personality, and then the materials gives it life.
It's really different coloring a shoe than coloring fashion.
Having us define a universe we work within was one of the first steps that we have to take care of in this process. And then from that environment, we could start to define materials that had some of the properties and told some of the stories that we were interested in telling in this specific piece of footwear.
Some people looked at rubbers, some people looked at 3D printing, some people looked at clay.
First of all, being in colored materials, so it was going out of my comfort zone, but also to let the design part away from me and not to know that I shouldn't care about that.
Color materials is overlooked in the entire industry. It's not treated as equally as important as physically designing the shoes.
You have to let the designers do their job and inspire them more than tell them what to do in a way.
And it's so hard to let go.
Yeah.
It just makes the design better when you actually have color materials thought about from the very beginning of the product creation process. One of the better parts of this program that I enjoy is for the students to be able to see the development area and not only see it, but physically work in it.
The prototyping facilities are fantastic, and the people out there, they were so kind to us.
Both here at the school and at ECCO, we've been very fortunate with having all the resources and like people that we can just ask questions, and it's like, so this is my thing that I'm doing, and then they can sort of use their knowledge to be like, okay, so you should maybe do this and this.
On the prototyping day, we got our own like technician per group.
That's always the best part of design, when you can make it.
I don't know if it's what I expected. I didn't really expect anything specific, but it's been a very positive experience.
What was great was they had to build their own patterns. They had to learn pattern making and craft their own patterns.
There's sewing machines here, but I didn't know how to use it, or I didn't know how to like stitch an upper. But after going to ECCO and giving them my pattern and then watching them sew it, the next day I was able to come back here and sew my upper together.
Our guy was just looking at my drawing and he was like, okay, this is gonna be fun and interesting.
Especially in the pilot area where we made our prototypes, these women just working there dedicated their life to doing this thing and were so good at it.
And it was also really nice to work with professionals to see how it actually is out there, because that's one of the things that ECCO does that no other company really does.
I was just like, wow, I was blown away. It was definitely an experience I've been wanting for a long time.
We had 2 days at ECCO, and the first day was really about to get to know how they work and get to know the atmosphere, get to know the universe of ECCO.
Often as creatives, what we kind of underestimate is who we're designing for.
It's amazing to get behind the scenes of a company to get an idea of how are the designers working together with the production.
When you're working on a project like this, you get an extra sense of motivation knowing that the project isn't going to fall on like deaf ears. You know that with a company like ECCO, the way that they've opened their doors is that they actually are very interested to see what we come up with.
You're designing for a company it's a commercial company, it has to sell shoes, and no one will be able to walk on like a 30 centimeter heel of plexiglass.
As a designer, you simply can't just do everything as you want.
This is a pretty unprecedented thing that's happening with ECCO and their relationship with Kolding School of Design.
The good thing about these collaborations is really it's an investment for the companies, because it ensures that they are able to get some talented designers who knows how the real world works and goes about.
Both are now starting to see the fruits of that relationship develop over time, and that's why it keeps continuing, because there's obviously some results that both parties are happy with, and the future of this industry is collaboration.